Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for July 2023. We're just going to jump right in here, Sag. In your current general energies, you have this power card and this embracing card. So you could be kind of like gaining a new level of power here in your life. And it could be through doing nothing. You have the star here, and the star is kind of like she just is powerful because she is. There is no, there is nothing that she has to do other than to believe that all things are possible. She is pouring this water onto the land here from the pool of universal consciousness. And it kind of just represents the fact that, again, she believes that all things are possible. And because of that, the water being poured onto land, what I'm trying to spit out here, it kind of represents what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. So she just, kind of has confidence in that. Like she doesn't, worry about competition, for example, because she just knows that if she wants to do something and she sets her mind to it, she can do it because all things are possible. And it's almost like you're showing up in like a very kind of powerful position because of that. And yeah, this reading is looking really good. It looks even better now because this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. A lot of people have been getting this card recently, actually. So, it is a card of happiness, and she's kind of like channeling happiness to the top of her head there, but she's also choosing to be happy. So, I do, and you have the Ten of Cups here. That's why I'm saying it. The Ten of Cups, I think something people don't understand about the Ten of Cups is that those people are choosing to be happy. They're standing in the real world. They still have to deal with all the real world problems, issues, everything like that, but they're choosing happiness. So you will get what you focus on. That's really what this reading is saying to me, especially with this star card. I definitely feel the star is saying that, what you think about, you bring about. So, I definitely would kind of like stay focused and pay attention to the things that you want. I would focus only on the things you want as well. I also think it's an amazing time to kind of back up. The star is a big picture card. It can say, can you put things into perspective in your life? It's like, are there things that you're worrying about that you don't need to worry about? Are there things that you're not worrying about that you should worry about? Are there things that, would be better to pay attention to? Like all those things are popping into my head. So, don't be afraid to look at the big picture here. You have the King of Pentacles, and again, a lot of people get the King of Pentacles nowadays. I think that, because of all the Taurus energy, also, the King of Pentacles is like a card of building or leaving a legacy. So, he's kind of like a card of permanence, building something permanent. And I think that with all the Taurus energy, I think Taurus is pushing everyone to build or leave a legacy. So you could be doing something important or working on something permanent in your life, like a permanent career, business, relationship, doesn't matter. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well. So again, I definitely feel you're feeling kind of good this week. Nine of Pentacles, card of independence, but she really values her kind of like her energy. She has 3 pentacles over here and 6 over here. She's willing to give those 3 pentacles to anything in her life, but she always keeps 6 for herself. So it's kind of a card that reminds you not to overgive to any situations in your life and to kind of give in balance. And that's kind of what I feel like you're doing here, Sagittarius, is making sure that you're giving in balance. Let's see. With the star, you have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're not stuck. Like, I feel like you're much more free than you realize as well. The Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction, and I kind of feel like this is saying, don't let anything hold you back. Just go for, what you want in life if it wants to focus, and make it happen. You have the Magician. It's kind of hard to see because it's being covered up. I'll show you in a minute. But you have the Magician right here. And so going this way, it's like you can manifest whatever you want. And the Magician would be pointing towards the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles could say that maybe you need more balance in your life. It is weird that, for the past couple of weeks, I've been getting this message of like people needing more balance. So it's like if you're only working and not having fun, for example, then you're definitely getting in the way of your abundance, right? I always tell people, it's like, when I just work and do nothing else, it's like I start making less money. I'm convinced because it's like I'm not focusing, I'm not getting out of my head. I'm not filling up the fun bucket. And I feel like that's what you need to do here. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. Definitely a celebration coming in for you here. If you're attracting love, I wouldn't really call this a love reading, but if you are attracting love, I feel like you're attracting someone who you are really going to be in love with, plain and simple. I feel like you're going to want to like have a family with this person with the Ten of Cups, or you're just going to, really want to have a deep connection with this person. So you could be really attracting a great person here. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Sun. Yes, I feel like you need to pay attention to this. I said this to you like 2 readings ago, I think, or something. I see it's like, it's so weird. I feel like some of you are working on something financial And, it's like I feel like you're worrying about the wrong things here, Sagittarius, or you need to, I feel like you need to get the big picture here on like your business or your career, or it's like there are things that you could be doing that you like are not doing or something like that. It's popping into my head. So, again, I would like look into that or something. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like maybe you have a business and it's like I think there maybe could be like a mentor or a guide or someone who could really kind of shed a light on what you're missing out on. So don't be afraid to ask for help. It also, I think like I would never suggest that you compare yourself to someone else, but I kind of get that feeling here where it's like saying, don't compare yourself, but maybe you need to look at your competitors and see what they're doing and what you're not doing. And, it's like, I kind of feel like you need to find that missing piece of the puzzle. That's not what the sun means, but that's what's popping into my head. So, if you have a business or if you're not making as much as you want in your career, I would really be looking at like the things that you're not doing, because I think you'll find the missing piece of the puzzle. Next, we're going to look at what you don't see coming. You have this card that says, despite the frustration, you're on your way to making all your dreams come true. There you go. Spend less time worrying about your appearance. You are enough. Yes, definitely. So I feel like you need to tell yourself that you are enough here with this energy. You won't even focus. Look at it's like hunting for focus for some reason, but there you go. You have the Three of Wands, the Magician, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Three of Wands is a card that says, what are you waiting for? Three of Wands, I always say, he's kind of looking out at those ships, and he needs to get on those ships. Those ships are pointing out. The Three of Wands can represent your ships coming in, but again, those ships are pointing out. So, he kind of needs to get on them to go on some sort of adventure. I really feel there could be an adventure coming in for you with this energy as well. So, I think it's time for you to go on an adventure. I see like a lot of expansion as well. It's like there are things that you're going to leave behind. I feel like there are even, it's like I think there are things that you do that you will stop doing in the near future as well. It's kind of a weird message, but it's like I don't really have any good examples. It's like just little things, It's like maybe there are just little things that you decide are a waste of time and you stop doing them. And I think there are other things in your life, like other habits that you're going to change, that you're going to do to like, be more healthy or to make more money or whatever the case may be. Kind of a weird message there. You have the Magician and the Eight of Cups. Again, it's almost like you've seen the things that prevent your manifestations from showing up in your life. So again, this could be like maybe you have some time wasting things that you do. Maybe you have some bad habits or whatever. And again, we all have bad habits. I'm not calling you out here. But, it's like I really feel you're kind of like more focusing on what's important and making sure to do that. And again, by the way, if you are not having fun, that is a bad habit. I feel that we can't just work. We can't just only like worry about our money, for example, all the time. It's like, I'm not saying that if you have financial issues that you shouldn't be thinking about it. But it's like you should probably also be, not thinking about it all the freaking time. And that's kind of like what I'm getting on this Two of Pentacles, is that it's time to shift your focus. It's time to start thinking about like all of the good things that could happen. And it's also time for you to have more fun. I feel like, again, you need to fill that fun bucket or whatever you want to call it. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So, and that's literally the only thing that's popping into my head here, is fortune after difficulty. I feel like there just could be kind of some blessings coming in after a difficult period of time that you've been going through, especially like if you've been more emotional than usual. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords represents shallow emotions. It's not saying that you are shallow. It's just saying the things that maybe you're being emotional about are not that big of a deal, or maybe you could maybe you could be making them a bigger deal than they actually are, or whatever. So, I kind of feel like there's a lot more happiness after a challenging period of time. You have the Three of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of adventure. I call the Five of Wands Indiana Jones because, it is a card of conflict and competition. But to me, it's a card of going on some sort of crazy adventure to like get your treasure. And, I feel like there could be like treasure coming in for you, something really valuable. With the Magician and the Eight of Cups, you have the Page of Swords here. Page of Swords is a card of like being a detective. But, to me, I would say that here, if you are interested in a new beginning, something new, like if the Ace of Wands is something passionate or something that you desire to do in your life, and then you go to the Page of Wands here, I feel like you need to like look into your passions. I think everybody does. I think the universe is begging us to start the living passion-based lives where we invite more passion into our lives, like, Could be through anything. That could be through just spending more time on your hobbies, creating something, starting a business that's a passion, something like that, right? We need to bring more like love into the world, and that's like a great way to do it. So, I feel like the universe has encouraged you to look into that. I'm also getting something about children here, or something. Some of you might be involved in like some sort of custody battle or something, and I feel like that's coming to an end. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I have no clue what I'm talking about, but it's popping into my head. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords. Definitely like fortune after difficulty. I'm also going to hear if you feel like you made a mistake on something recently that, whatever that was, I feel you could be overcoming it, whatever that mistake was, or it's like you're correcting it very quickly here. So I do like to see that. I also do feel there could be a person who's rushing in to communicate. Could be another fire sign. Fire and air really stand out to me. So if you want love, fire or air. Next in the area of, what are we doing? What's coming towards you? You have this horse, it says freedom and action. You have this turtle, it says slowness and protection on it. So we see a lot of freedom in this reading. So I kind of feel like you are being set free. I also feel like you're taking action, and I think things are really happening as they're supposed to happen for you at this time. You have the Six of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles here. Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer shores, so I feel like for some of you, you're just like getting to a better place, and you're moving on from things that no longer serve you. You have that Eight of Cups, which clearly you are walking away from, kind of like that Eight of Cups type energy, and you're moving on to calmer shores. There's something about children here. Again, if you have children, it's like you're moving on. It's like I feel you could be making a better life for you and your children as well. Like maybe you're making more money, or whatever you're thinking about doing here is going to make you more money. And I feel like there are people who want to help you. That, what I want to say is that this guy in the back of the boat, he represents a guide. He represents someone who goes back and forth between the choppy waters. And I feel like that's what's going on here. You have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. So, I feel for a lot of you that there's, some sort of passionate new beginning coming in for you. I feel very inspired too. The Ace of Wands is a card of inspiration. I frequently say that the Ace of Wands is just that one thing we need sometimes to, get us out of bed in the morning. It's like that spark of hope, spark of inspiration, something interesting popping into your like awareness. And, I feel that could be happening for you, where it's like you could be getting like an aha moment, having a sudden realization. You could be coming up with a really good idea that's very creative, and I feel like the Two of Pentacles is definitely saying, get to work on it. And there is something here about needing to be more playful. Like I said, again, I feel like we have like two buckets in life, like the work, one is full of work energy, the other is full of like fun energy, but if we don't balance the two out, then we're not getting the most out of life, and we're not going to be successful. I always say it's like the most stuck I've ever been in my life. I was stuck for 4 years. I was miserable, horrible time in my life, and I wasn't doing anything. That's why. I wasn't allowing myself to have fun. I wasn't doing anything. I was just being miserable, right? And it's like I always say it wasn't until I started walking that my life started improving, but then also I started going out with friends again. I started doing things, right? And that 4 years I did nothing, literally. I was like punishing myself. I wouldn't go out with friends, wouldn't do anything. And so I always say it's like if you're not having fun, then you are also keeping yourself stuck. But again, I think the problem is if you're having a problem like a financial issue or something like that, it's really hard to want to go out and spend money. It's really hard to go do those things. But that's probably exactly what you need to do to get out of the situation in the first place, right? So let's see here. With the Six of Swords, you have the Star twice in this reading. I'm telling you right now, I feel like you are overcoming a tower moment. I definitely feel some of you have recently had, some sort of emotional tower moment, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it. Like a happy little accident, something like that, right? And, it's like you're healing from it. For others, you have the Sun and the Star here. The Sun and the Star twice. Well, the Star twice, but the Sun. This could represent fame and fortune. I always say it doesn't mean you're going to be famous, but it's really good for getting attention. If you have a job like YouTube for getting attention, it's amazing. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles, teamwork. So, again, there is something here in this reading about getting help from another person. Could be like a parent or a mentor or someone that you look up to. So, again, I feel like there's help as far as your work is concerned. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Hermit. The Hermit says you've been through a dark night of the soul. It was pretty obvious to me when I started the reading, by the way, with the Star as your first card. To me, that suggests that you've come off of a tower moment, because in the major arcana, we go Tower, Star. And so while the Star is a good card, sometimes, I really feel it's a clue that you have been through something recently. And, the Hermit would say you've gone through a dark night of the soul, but now it's time to have fun. It's time to like let loose and do something that you enjoy in life, do something that you want to do. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Y card. You also have this happy card. A lot of happiness coming in for you. It's like you're channeling happiness with that happy card. I feel like there are a lot of things happening. You could also be getting closure or answers in your life. For others, I kind of feel like it's like you don't need answers. It's like maybe you thought you wanted like closure from a person or a situation. It's like you don't need it. I see a big healing coming in here as well. It's kind of weird because, I'm wondering, like I have something popping into my head where it's like sometimes I think we do something that like maybe our parents did, right? And we have like one of those triggering moments where we're like, oh my God, I'm just like my parents. And, again, maybe your parents were toxic or something like that. And I'm not saying all our parents are toxic. I'm just saying, it's like our parents aren't perfect. But maybe you do something or have done something. It's such a weird message that I'm getting that, kind of reminds you of your parents, but it's like you're seeing it and you're correcting it. And because of that, it's like you're setting yourself free. I don't know. Someone needs to hear that. So there you go. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Again, I'm telling you right now, there's a person who wants to see you do well in life. It's like the universe is really on your side at this time. I feel like the universe is really trying to encourage you to do your best work. I feel like the universe is also like making a space for you to be able to do your work. Like if maybe you want to start a side hustle, or maybe you want to have the time to enjoy like a hobby, or to be able to create your art, or whatever it is that you do. I really see the universe as kind of like opening that opportunity up for you. So you could be making more money. You could be getting a raise or a promotion or something like that. Something is happening here. I'm not quite sure what it is. It doesn't, there's Three of Pentacles can represent a raise or a promotion, but it's like I need to see more than that just based off of what's here. You do have the Nine of Pentacles as well, but something's happening, I feel, that's allowing you to adventure. The Page of Wands, he has like a thirst for adventure. He has a thirst for, moving towards his enthusiasm, things that excite him. And you have that right here with Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a card of enthusiasm and being able to be enthusiastic. You have the Eight of Wands, so again, there's like quick success coming in for you. I think it would be an amazing time for you to socialize, even if you feel like you can't. I think it would be an amazing time for you to spend time with friends and, all that other good stuff as well. I feel like things are changing quickly for you. It's like things are really speeding up for you in your life. And, again, I really like to see that. You have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Again, I do feel like you need to not call attention to your weaknesses. The Five of Pentacles, this guy here, he has a bell around his neck, and he literally says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. Focus on the things that you're good at, and don't try to strengthen the things that you're not good at, right? And I think that could be very beneficial for you here, Sagittarius. Let's see. With the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, you have the Hangman. It's like some sort of freedom, change in perspective as well. Hangman, he's hanging upside down. Obviously, he's looking at things from a different point of view. So I think that anything that you're thinking about doing, what the heck, anything that you want to do in your life, I would make sure that, if you feel like you can't do something, I think you just need to look at it from a different perspective and see that it's possible. Again, you have the star twice. And the star literally says what's possible for one person is possible for everyone. And so, if you set your mind to it, if you think you can do it, then you can do it, whatever it is. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Six of Cups here. I feel, number one, that there could be communication coming in the future from like a future soulmate. So if you're looking for love, I'm not so sure that it's coming in this month of July. It could, of course, but I don't know. Just feels like a very kind, gentle type of connection. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me because, it's like, it's like this feels a little bit more like a gentle connection. I'm not so sure that you're into that. Maybe you are. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you what to do, right? But it's like maybe you normally go for like a very much more like macho aggressive type of person if you're into men or women. I don't know. We're all into weird stuff, right? Who cares? And so whatever you're into doesn't matter. And what I would say here is that it's like maybe it's like there's something opposite here about this person. It's like, maybe they're just coming in different. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, Sagittarius, whatever. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the World, definitely an accomplishment, big accomplishments coming in for you. And your world is changing. The world is about birth. Normally the sorceress is in the middle of the world, and she creates worlds. So I feel like you're kind of like discovering your true power and like what you can create. We're pulling 5 main themes. Are you kidding? Your very first card, Grapes. Time to go out and have fun. like, what have I said 900 times during this reading? It is clearly time for you to get out of the house, go have fun, just so you can get out of your head. Again, it changed my life. You have this August card and this tent card. It says temporary situation. Yeah, if you're worried about your situation, I feel like by next month, by August, things will really be getting going here. Although I think things are going to be improving now. You have this scissors card. It says disappointment in some affair. Some of you, I'm hearing that you're disappointed in yourself. I feel like you need to be kind to yourself and like not beat yourself up, especially like, again, this is like some sort of weird parent thing. I don't know. That might make sense to some of you. You have this kite. It says vacation. I feel like you need fun, vacation, something like that. Even if you can't take a vacation, it's like, can you take 5 minutes during the day to like chill out or, do something nice for yourself? I would do that. You have this hat card. It says you will be playing a different role. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me, by the way, if you're working on a side hustle or something, it wouldn't surprise me if it starts to take off this year and then maybe you quit your job or something like that. I want to see what this next card is as well. You have this pig card. It says beware greed. I feel like you need to beware of greedy people just in general. What's this one? Yeah, you have this goldfish card. It says increase in material wealth and spiritual growth. So there you go. But this is a pretty good reading here, Sag. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.